Hey, you guys, this is Courtney Camaro. I'm outside of Muhammad Ali's real original home. We're in Chicago, and I wanted to shout out Al's Botanics and Herbs. Man, when I tell you, I am one of those people that has insomnia. I can't sleep. I can't focus on some days because I'm so sleep deprived, and this has helped. This is one of the mixtures he has that helps with sleep.
Come check out owlsherbs.com where we have all of your herbal needs and different variety of products from sea moss to black seed oil and a different variety of products for different health issues because your health is your wealth.
What's going on? Today, I'm going to be talking to you about toxic food. Um, a lot of people don't understand why things are the way they are. Most people they just kind of mull through life and just continue doing the same things. They want to try to change. Every new year, right? People say, oh, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to go on a diet. And tend to people struggle with that. A lot of times the easiest thing to do is what? The same thing you've already been doing. The hardest thing is to do something different than you have already been doing. That is, just how competitive life is sometimes. Is how, most people probably don't know the story of Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson used to wake up in the middle of the night and just start running. You know, start training basically for his fights. Because his theory was 9 times out of 10, my opponent is not training at the time that I'm training, and I'm already got the advantage, already got the upper hand by me getting up early and training. Um, that's just kind of just how it is. Like a lot of times, people are. I find it that a lot of women are resorting to plastic surgery and tummy tucks and butt lifts, Brazilian butt lifts. That's what basically, if you didn't know what BBL stands for, it's a Brazilian butt lift. Um, and they kind of put themselves in situations where they start to look like the character of Ant Life, where they basically look like an ant. If you ever can picture what an ant looks like, um, that is what a lot of times a bad BBL surgery turns into. And it's getting so out of hand that basically uh people are actually trying to normalize BBLs to the point where it's like I've saw a post on Twitter where it said that if you don't have plastic surgery, you don't love yourself, basically. Like if you don't have any type of like cosmetic surgery, you just basically don't love yourself. Like it's kind of getting out of hand to the point where if you would have told me 30 years ago when I was watching I'm gonna get you sucker, it was almost like a what was to come moment where if you ever saw the movie I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, it was a scene that was like a love scene that Keenan Ivory Wayans, he met I forgot the female's actress name in the movie. He met her after a club, and she was taking her clothes off, and then she started taking all of these body parts off, and basically, um, she was taking off everything that you could possibly think as far as a body part she had. She had breast, face, fake breasts, fake asses. Uh, Hair wasn't real. Uh, Eyelashes, everything, and it's like that's today's environment is. Everything is. I'll just go get cut up with the knife. And here's the thing, and this is free. Believe it or not, who's doing this. Even it's all across the board, but it's rich and poor. But rich people are actually doing this, and it's like it's so hilarious to me. A lot of times, here's the thing: when it comes to thinking about, am I gonna be rich or not? I'm not gonna be rich. One of the moments where I realized that I possibly will be rich, most likely, and I'm, you know, basically edging up there, is that people do stupid shit that's even rich. Like people spend millions of dollars on plastic surgery, spend hundreds. Like these surgeries cost a lot of money. I don't know what the prices are for these surgeries, but it's in the thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars for these surgeries. And with these surgeries, basically, they are just a waste of money. It's a waste of money because at the end of the day, I mean, you're gonna meet somebody like me and you're gonna start crying because I'm gonna talk shit about you. Like you fake fuck. You fake you fake like there's a song by Alexander O'Neal, and it's called Fake. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna play that song. And the thing about it is it's so easy to point out all of the fakeness that is going around. And I'm gonna definitely get to this is not clickbait. This is not clickbait. I'm definitely gonna get into the actual topic, okay? But the thing is that this is also definitely toxic as well. This is just it just goes into the whole spiel. I'm really not off topic. I kind of caught myself. I'm really not off topic because where I'm going with this as far as the food, you eat all of this food and everything like that. You don't work out and you want, to just quick fix. And this over to the right is a picture of a botched butt implant and boob job, basically. I mean, just imagine you were totally fine as a woman. You had, you might have not liked your you know what I'm saying, your tits. You might not have really liked your ass. But you go up under the knife and then get a really bad, BBL or boob job, right? And then you look even worse. And then to be honest, I don't care if you had a good boob job or a good BBL surgery. It's still fake. A lot of times, just to remind you that these surgeries have to be redid and re-altered for out your entire life. It doesn't stop because basically they're going to wear down, they're going to start drooping, and you basically have to basically deal with this for the rest of your life. It's not some like one shot thing where, oh, you get a surgery and then that's it. No, you have to basically you become a situation where your um surgery has to be maintained, or it becomes basically trash. It's basically it's trash that you have to maintain, that you made because you followed the herd. Because basically this is a herd. A lot of things are based off of people following the herd. Women are basically showcasing this, and it's in pop culture. It's part of the culture as far as like what you people see on TV, on the internet, social media, and they go out and want to do these things. And you have women that are very, very self-conscious about themselves, and you know they are kind of like not understanding. It's kind of like a tattoo when you're young, right? Like I got one tattoo on myself, right, on my arm, right. When I was young, I was like, oh, this is so cool. Oh yeah, 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 this is so raw. Yeah, yeah. Man, I'm 42 years old, man. I don't give a fuck about my goddamn tattoo, man. I don't have a care in the fucking world. If anything, it looks fucking awkward. It's like what? I used to play basketball in when I was in high school, grammar school, whatnot. And all of a sudden, the whole and one stuff and all of that, like street ball, playing basketball and stuff, like was just so cool to me, right? And a lot of the black basketball players got tattoos, and I was like, oh, let me get a tattoo, and it was like so cool and everything. Like, oh yeah, yeah, man. It's like, man, at the end of the day, like, it's really like a waste of time. A waste like that. It cost like I think it was like $100, and it's just it really ain't. It's no big deal. Like it's really not what you think it is. Like it's like all hype at the particular time in your life, but when you get older, it's gonna basically fade away. You're not gonna think anything of it. Like and it goes into body. What do they call it? Body demorphication or something like that. Body morphing, where you just basically just you got so many tattoos. Some people want like their whole body to have a tattoo, to be tattooed. Um, Piercings, all of this stuff is like body demorphication, basically, where they just basically just damaging their own body because they have some type of pain that they want to deal with by um messing up their body, basically. It's kind of like the young girl, young boy that they take a knife and they just start stabbing themselves repeatedly, and then they have to go to a mental hospital and get checked in and get psych medication because they're a danger to themselves and others. They just take a exacto knife or some type of knife, and they just start jabbing up and down on their hand or their wrist or any body part, just starts basically stabbing themselves because of the wanting to feel pain or whatever anguish they're going having problems with. But um all of that is like I said, is toxic behavior, toxicity. What if I told you what if I told you that a lot of things is based off of what you eat? Would you believe me? Would you believe that I'm making this up? Would you have you heard that before? What if I told you that how you think about yourself, how you think about others is based off of what you put into your body? What if you were diagnosed with some type of disease, and the doctor told you you had to fast and you had to go, let's just say, vegan for probably most of your life, if not, the next year or 5 years to 10 years or so, because the doctor basically believes that um your problems, whatever it is, it might be, you might have cystic fibrosis, you might have ovarian cysts, you might have you know some type of tumor growth, and the doctor doesn't know that this will go away or get worse. Definitely the doctor thinks it's going to get worse. And the only solution possibly is a change of diet with also fasting and detoxifying the body, going on some type of detox. Well, what if I told you that I was the doctor? Because um a lot of times that's how it goes. I know I'm not the only person that ever told you this. You know, I'm not someone that hasn't is the first person that told you that, eating meat all the time, every single day, eating eating toxic meat, eating, restaurant space food. I call it space food because basically it does not grow mold or anything like that. Like a lot of like hamburgers from like restaurant chains, you could basically see the same hamburger 2 months later, and it has no mold growth because it's got so many preservatives on it that it just basically kind of looks like the same thing you ate or was attempting to eat 2 or 3 months ago. So theoretically, if you were out in space and lost in space or whatever, you could probably eat the same hamburger. Probably a die from bacteria growth or whatever, but I mean technically, though preservatives actually do kind of work. They work almost too well. But yeah, people are literally eating this stuff. You know, they're eating they're eating this stuff like it's commonplace and getting sick every single day. Um, People get diagnosed with certain levels of disease every single day. When your body gets older, actually a lot of times cells start to deteriorate. And when cells start to deteriorate, cancer forms. Yep, that's pretty much how cancers start. Deterioration of cells, malignant growth, and then cancer. And then it metastasizes when you don't catch it, and it spreads throughout the body. And it becomes a situation where they have to try to either cut it out and also use a combination of chemotherapy and or radiation treatment to try to kill those malignant cancer cells. Because see, here's the thing: it's very very simple. A lot of things are very very simple. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you some things. Because the thumbnail of this video is basically the scene of soul food, where they're eating what basically killed Big Mama. So these are pig ears and pig feet. Now is people probably still eating this somewhere in the world? I don't know. But the thing is that a lot of this came from the slave plantation because uh the slave masters were basically giving the slaves the scraps, like livestock. You if you have livestock, you don't basically you don't give your livestock like steak and lobster. You give them scraps, table scraps. And unfortunately, black people in America were giving table scraps, which was the parts of the pig that the slave masters basically didn't really want to eat. And by means of survival, uh, a lot of times, you know, it was a situation where we our ancestors at one time were forced to basically season this stuff up and make it edible to eat it. And it becomes ingrained in your culture to basically eat this stuff. And you got literally people that they still eat this stuff because it's like grandmama used to make it, mama used to make it, and then it gets worse. You know, people still love chitterlings, which is pig intestines. They actually people just they it just it's a taste. It's like they really really like it. You know, they really really like pig intestines. And it's not like, I mean, they know it's nasty. They know it's nasty, but it's just basically they say it tastes so good. I've never had pig feet. I don't want to ever have to have it. If you, I mean, the only way you can get me to try it is if you put a gun in my head, and then if you put the gun in my head, I don't know, I probably risk me getting shot because I don't want to eat no damn chitterlings absolutely at all. But you can basically see how a lot of times when it comes to chitterlings or whatever, that stuff like that, pig feet, uh that is so many problems with high blood pressure, diabetes, all of these different issues. because of a bad diet, basically. And then diabetes run in my family because nobody didn't run in my family. So here's some chitterlings being processed from the pig right here. I'm having some internet lag for some reason. Yeah, that's how they make chitterlings. That's how they squeeze as much, cow shit out of them as best as they can, and basically, it's some shit left in there. You know what I'm saying? And you basically eat, pig intestines with traces of pig shit in it. And wonder why diabetes run in the family, because nobody ran in the family. And high blood pressure, diabetes, uh, cancer, bad immune system, because of a bad diet. So here's the analogies that I thought of, as far as when I was thinking about this issue. Okay, so when you have basically eating raw fruits and vegetables, legumes, which is nuts, uh, different types of like chickpeas and stuff like that. Um, when it comes to stuff like that, right? Eating basically a vegan diet, that's life, right? That's actually things that um, they don't have any animal flesh. They don't have any blood flowing through them, right? That's life, right? But when you eating death, right? Death is, in my opinion, death is looming, because you're basically consuming death. That's why a lot of times, if you've ever tried a vegan diet, or the vegan challenge, where you go vegan for 30 days, you notice a difference. Everybody's body is different, but you notice a change, right? Versus when you're eating meat, versus when you're eating vegetables and fruits, and basically not eating any meat at all, right? So one of the things you notice is, probably most likely, when you eat meat, you start getting really, really tired. People call it the what, itis. You start getting really, really tired afterwards, and you get sleepy. Like, it's even people at work. Like, you know, one of the things, people have the two p.m. or 1 p.m. crash. The reason why people have this late crash is because they just ate lunch.
Message.
That's it. They just ate lunch. um, you know, One of the things that I notice is that this is something that I'm trying to deal with and trying to process. I've tried to many times to go, cold turkey and just go vegan. Then I came back. I'm not gonna come at you like I'm a vegan. I'm not a vegan. I'm inspiring to be one. Because the thing is that I know the benefits, and one of the benefits I'll have to say is that um, you are not going to probably have that crash most likely at all once you eat food. You'll just basically have so much raw energy that is absolutely amazing. While everybody else is tired, you will actually be awake. Now, I mean, some people say things that are different as far as when they try the vegan diet, they say they lose weight. Some people don't lose weight. Like I remember when I was in the Navy, one of the senior enlisted guys was basically saying, but he was a vegan. And I was like, one of the things I asked him, I think he was from Kenya. I asked him, I said, why are you so heavy set if you're vegan? He said, you ever seen an elephant? I was like, yeah, of course. Yeah, elephants don't eat meat. They eat, basically they have a fruit and vegetable diet. But they're one of the largest land mammals on planet Earth. You know, so it's not necessarily something that you possibly are going to lose massive amounts of weight. Many people have. Many people, when they've like tried a vegan challenge or whatever, or even went vegan, they start losing weight. You know, So I just want to just kind of like just remind you. It's just like a reminder video. That yeah, in my opinion, the vegan diet is life. Then eating raw flesh is death. You're eating death. That's why you get tired. That's why you get sleepy, and then ultimately, a lot of things are attributed to eating, raw flesh. I'm not gonna. Don't just take my word for it. It's plenty of science papers, medical papers, journals about basically mice being lab rats and stuff like that. You know, them actually eating meat versus eating a vegetable diet. Different studies on people eating a vegetable diet versus a fruit and vegetable diet uh, versus eating a meat diet. There's plenty of studies and different channels of people even on YouTube talking about the very very topic of that. Uh, it's not something that I have to bring some stats and all of that. It's already well known. Most people know the truth. It's just very very difficult. You know, like for example, if you took someone to go have a fast and they've never fasted a day in their life, from the time they're a little kid to now, they've never missed a meal, not one meal whatsoever, other than when they were probably sick. You know, they basically went their entire life without missing a meal. So a lot of times people just don't have discipline. Um, they don't have the discipline to lose weight. A They basically, most people, they're just basically one plate away from having diabetes. And a lot of times what people do is, instead of like, trying to change their diet, what they do is they try to normalize it. That's what a lot of women do. I notice they try to normalize their dysfunction as to bring it to a head, to basically uh, put it out there to everybody else that, yeah, you don't have to change your diet, you don't have to work out, you should accept us the way they are, or the way we are. And the thing is that at the end of the day, that's what people try to do. Instead of changing something, they just normalize it. Now the thing about it is, it's a lot of people are like this, women and men. And what I call these people are plate people. I call them plate people. And I know plate people because I was one of these people. They don't pass a plate. These are the people at work. You bring food from home, and they like, can you bring me a plate? And it's like I call them plate people. They ain't never passed the plate. They never missed a meal. They just, whatever problems they have as far as their health issues, they ain't stopped eating. They're not like, I've had people that I know, loved ones that I know, that are no longer here. They knew they had high blood pressure. They were taking medication. They are, basically, were they knew their doctor. I'm sure their doctor told them, okay, you might want to slow down on eating, fried food, processed food, whatever the case may be. They ain't never do it. They just kept on churning them plates out. Fried chicken, fried this, fried that, starch is this, starch is that, steak this, pot roast this, pork chops this, bacon this. And then after a while, it's like, your doctor is the first person that tells you, okay, well, you need to do this. Next thing is your body tell you. Your body just puts you in the head like, hey, didn't I tell you, motherfucker, to stop motherfucking eating this shit? And that motherfucking goddamn, that motherfucking chokehold, that's a heart attack or stroke. That's your body motherfucking giving you, putting you in a chokehold. That's actually your blood vessels putting you in a chokehold. Like, didn't I tell you, god doggone, to drink more water, and to, fast, and stop eating all of that fucking processed food, and sugar, and all of the grease, and fat, and animal flesh. That's what that is. That's your body putting you in the chokehold, and a lot of people don't get out of it. Heart attacks, strokes, not enough oxygen. You're supposed to, when you're in your house, your dwelling, you're supposed to open your damn windows at least once a week or twice a week. You're not supposed to fucking sit in a goddamn house all fucking day, and like you're just like your house is like you live outside. You need fresh air in your house. It's what I tell. My own grandmother, I tell her this. Does she do it? No. She in there on the oxygen tank. Goddamn it, motherfucking, probably gonna join the upper room anytime. She don't listen. And then she don't know. So like she used to know because I remember my grandmother a lot of times opening the window. She would even tell me to open the window or ask me to open the window. And I'm like, you gotta open the damn window because you need fresh air. You need also the air that is toxic to come outside of the house. And then you also need to open up the window to get fresh air so you can breathe properly. So you can, that's how you have those good night sleeps to where you just be like, you just sleep so good and you wake up like you almost retarded. When you wake up like you retarded, you done had some good sleep because you pretty much, man, your body was in full repair mode, you know, deep sleep, but the thing is that um when it comes down to it, my one of the tenets of this channel is health. It's after faith. Because you got to believe to keep going every day. You got to believe in something. You got to believe, have some type of belief, and it's not in yourself. Because if you were the basis of revolving the universe, then you die. The universe technically will stop. The universe doesn't stop when you die. So all you atheists out there, you don't revolve around the universe. It's not believe in yourself. You got to believe in something. A higher power that makes you go. I mean, you don't necessarily have to, but the thing is that um, believing in yourself is very, very limited. The human is very, very limited in what he or she can do. But the thing is that yeah, health is definitely one aspect of my channel tenants, and I always come back to it. And yeah, all of these people in this picture, they are not passing any plates. They are plated up. They're going to some of the best restaurants known to man. Um, this is actually, I found out this picture went viral. This is actually not Hooters waitresses. They just dressed up in a Hooters outfit to go to Hooters to take a picture or whatever. Um, it's like what's going on now is like fat people are kind of joining forces and creating groups and clubs and stuff like that, body positivity clubs and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, like I said, instead of changing, they want to join forces and also market to other people. Okay, this is what we are, and come and join our dysfunction. We're not changing. Please respect us as we are, and basically be kind to us and accept us. And yeah, we're not changing. And it's like, the thing is that this is a construct of people just going to the digital age. When I was coming up, people used to go outside, run around, and play tag, and play it, and play piggy, and play basketball, and chase each other, fight each other, whatever. We were, engaged in physical activity. Uh, they start to make video games on the same level as arcade games. People started to stay in the house. Then, as soon as the internet came, fast, you know, uh, land speed internet, people started to stay in the house. Then the cell phones came with the capability of being like a mini computer, with and then to the tablet and all kind of streaming devices on the TV. Now your home has the capacity of a movie theater, an arcade, and an internet cafe all rolled into one. Now the children, a lot of times in neighborhoods, don't go outside, and then also the fear of kids getting kidnapped, kids and getting involved in danger. Of course, a lot of adults, parents don't want their children out there, and they're, let's just call it what it is. They're too lazy to watch the kids, so they just basically don't let them outside. So that has led to a spike in obesity. Inaction basically leads to obesity, right? Eating food, not working out, not eating high caloric, high starched, high in animal flesh diet, with the lack of exercise and mobility leads to, it's a recipe for obesity. So with all of that said, that is why you have a lot of millennials and zennials that are extremely um, overweight, obese, and now it's become part of the culture to where it's accept us as we are. You know, and the thing is that here I am. Okay, uh, there is a way, there is a will to change. And what it starts with is understanding that you need to start some type of change. What how do you change? You start with the day, right now. You start right now to take some type of change. You understand that, yeah, this is actually reality. What you know I'm saying to you is reality. You don't need to research it. You already know it because somebody already told you. You've already researched it yourself. So here's the thing. I'm gonna leave you with something. And the thing is that, yes, I'm a herbalist, I'm a naturalist as well. I'm gonna definitely sell you some things that'll help you. You don't have to buy my merchandise. You can get it yourself. You can, do as you want to do. But I'm going to, basically tell you what I have for you that will help you. You know, these are some things that I use myself. Okay, so let's say you want to just um, go on a detox because you getting ready to kind of change your diet, or you want to go on a fast. I have some I have some things for you. Okay, so I'm gonna show you my website, alsherbs.com, and right here we have the ultimate detox. We have this in 100 capsules for $26. It's $3 shipping. We ship anywhere in the United States for $3. 50 capsules is $15. And what you do is basically you just take a couple of these capsules in the day, in the morning when you wake up. You take one or two before, like, in the midday, and then you take a couple or one before you go to bed. So what you're doing is you trying to get your body to metabolize the toxic waste that's inside you. Okay. I recommend you basically drink a gallon of water. Basically, just get like a water bottle that is a gallon of water, and just take it with you. I don't care how it makes you look. I don't care who looks at you. Just take this gallon of water and just drink it every single day. Costs about what, $1 for a gallon of water. You don't necessarily have to go buy a gallon of water. just fill it up every day. Just take 1 gallon of water and just fill it up. You can, you know, just basically just, fill up 1 jug every single day and just drink a lot of it. Drink as much as you can. Okay. And another thing is, if you want to do like a water fast, or you want to do a liquid fast or something like that, I recommend sea moss. Now the sea moss is in the detox herbs as well, but this sea moss by itself is very, very good, because you can actually fast and not lose any nutrients by basically just taking the sea moss. And you can just basically take it with honey. So I'm gonna read this to you real quick. So this is 100% sea moss. This is the stuff that is like on the bottom of the ocean floor. It is it's kind of like a kelp. It's like basically a water vegetable, just like a water plant basically. And this basically is a very super duper uh, basically supplement, because it has everything that you possibly need. This by itself, a lot of people just take sea moss by itself. If you take sea moss by itself, it's like the equivalent of taking a multivitamin, or even better, because it has let me read this for you real quick. Okay, sea moss contains 92 minerals of the 102 minerals that the human body consists of, such as zinc, iodine, iron, calcium, potassium, B complex, vitamins, sodium, sulfur, silicon, and iron. It also contains small amounts of selenium, phosphorus, zinc, manganese, and vitamins A, E, C, G, and K, and a host of others that are vital for your daily survival. This means most people could just about live off of the sea moss. When we give our body its needed cell food, our body is able to reverse and even stop many diseases. Okay, so yeah, if you are planning on like going on a fast, you can use sea moss. You can mix it in a drink. Could put some honey in it, because it does taste kind of nasty. Does taste It tastes like the ocean, like it tastes like fish. So you can mix it with honey and basically drink it with the shake, or you can. I sell it in capsules. I instantly found out how to deal with this sea moss, and I put them in capsules. So basically, you just take them just like you would any other capsule, with water or juice, and you won't get that taste. It'll be already in your stomach processing, and you won't have that aftertaste. So these come in 100 capsule forms, 50 capsules for $14. Once again, $3 shipping anywhere in the United States, and 100 capsules for $22. So these are, like I said, you could use for if you're fasting. And here's the thing, I rag on fat people. I'm fat. I'm trying to lose weight. That's why I'm doing this. I'm telling you what a lot of the things what I'm actively trying to do. That's what an influencer does. Like, I mean, um, you know, in a positive way, I'm trying to tell you what I already know. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is that when it comes to the sea moss, you can actually take this like a multivitamin as well. You don't necessarily have to fast or anything, but you could just take them as a multivitamin. So when it comes to taking sea moss, like I said, this is something that is very good because when you're fasting, you're not getting enough nutrients a lot of times. Well, when you take sea moss, that basically has most of the nutrients you need for, like I said, for your daily needs. So, like I said, this is something that I'm also trying to deal with as well, and it's very very difficult. Okay, it's very difficult because you're dealing with your mental as well as your emotional. A lot of times it's easier to just kind of just continuously eat, continuously not want to work out, because it's just easy to do. It's hard to do the right thing. A lot of times it's very, very difficult to do the right thing. That's why a lot of times you see people doing the wrong thing because basically it's very, very easy to do the wrong thing because all you got to do is do what you're already doing that's not working for you. That's the wrong thing. You know it's the wrong thing because it's not working, and it's getting you in trouble. Doing the right thing is very, very difficult to do, but it could be done, and many people have done it. What I'll say is that uh, basically fat. Most people's issue is when it comes to over being overweight is fat absorption. Most people's the reason why they're fat is um overeating. uh you know um it's really it's really like that. It's like it's not like people are doing anything other than overeating. It's really literally people are just overeating because a lot of times when you basically you see people's midsection, is the fat is in the midsection. That's a sign that people are overeating. They're just eating too much and they're not stopping. Sometimes you just gotta fast. Unfortunately, a lot of times people can't do that. You know, people cannot you know uh stop eating, and they can't even change their diet. You know, it's very very difficult because people have food addictions as well. People have certain levels of food addiction. So the thing is, how you fight it is, you work on your mental, you work on your mind, you meditate, you think about your problems. One of the things that I recommend when you meditate or you're trying to get into, I definitely recommend meditation. You should write down what your problems are when you meditate. You should get like a notepad, a pen and paper, and write down the problems you are dealing with and trying to overcome. And then just write them down. And then the next time you meditate, you get that same notepad and you start to look at your problems. And then the next time you start writing down possible solutions. Okay, this is how you can come up with the next multi-billion-dollar product. This is how you can come up with how to deal with your current problems and issues. This is how you can get lose weight. This is how you can do anything with mindfulness and meditation. So the thing is that when it comes to why your life might be so toxic, is because what you're possibly putting inside your body. The reasons why people are having issues with relationships and you know, having issues with getting along with one another. A lot of it, I would have to say, has something to do with also your diet and your environment. You know, eating. This is the question I pondered to myself and I pondered to you. What if people mostly, instead of eating, all of these fast food restaurants and stuff, they were eating fruits and vegetables and nuts and berries, um, every single day. That was part of their existence in their life. What do you think? How do you think people would treat each other? How do you think people would be if they were eating more, if they were more harmonious by eating a proper diet? And how do you think the music would be um so toxic? The current culture of things in this country is very, very toxic. Nobody cares or loves anybody anymore. I've said on another live stream about how you have actually women uh glorifying domestic violence in a TikTok dance song. It's just that bad. And it has a lot to do with, just basically a toxic culture. And I have to say, it's not, all encompassing, but one of those reasons is the toxic food we're eating every day. Okay, it's going into the music, it's going into the culture. That's why people are acting and behaving such toxic. And then also, the environment is toxic. I mean, toxic food, toxic environment, toxic culture. It's all based off of, being this predatory, high intensive, flesh eating organism that we were taught and ingrained to be. And I mean, as much as I love meat, I've got it from my parents. My father ate a lot of steak and meat, and um, you know, my mother did as well. That's what I grew up in. That's what most people they grew up in. But I'm gonna tell you, a lot of times you going if you gonna listen to this, it might take you a while to grasp this. But I'm gonna tell you, I already know the truth. I'm just trying to process it all. I'm trying to deal with it. And this is just kind of like me reminding you and reminding myself of these things. You can definitely comment on these. On all of my videos, the comment section is open. And you could definitely put your 2 cents in as well. Definitely like this video and share it as much as you possibly can to anybody that you might feel should listen to this. And like I said, we all have struggles. Life is very, very much a struggle, and it's very, very competitive.
Fuck it. They coming here. I'm your brother, you my brother. You know what I'm saying? Let's walk this way. Is that Prince or King? Come here, Prince. What's today's mathematics?
Hey, yo, no disrespect, but we ain't in all of that, son.
Build, destroy. To build is to elevate the mentalities of self and those around self. To add positive energy to every nation. To build, you must first start from the root, which is the knowledge foundation, and add on to the highest peak. To destroy is to eliminate and destroy any and all negativity that enters my cipher of supreme harmony. Peace, God. Peace, God. Come on, son.